What's going on, guys? It's Snooky Teddy here, and I got my co-host in the house. Ho ho ho!
It's Holden. That's me.
Yeah, and today we're gonna bring you a review of the first Purge. Ooh, and I tell you what, this video is sponsored by Juggernog, so get your Juggernog today. I'm just kidding, of course, that doesn't exist. Except in my mind, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do drink it, make sure you're of the legal age.
Yes, absolutely. And it's made with real eggs, too, so look out for salmonella. Anyway, so we're reviewing the first Purge, and it came out yesterday, July 4th, Independence Day in America. Ho, 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 glad to be an American, that's right, America. And so we're just going to start off here by talking a bit about the plot. There aren't any spoilers. We'll let you know if there's spoilers.
Yeah.
And the plot essentially is this. So there's an experiment, right?
Yes.
And it takes place on Staten Island. And essentially what it is the Purge. And you can talk about it if you'd like.
One of the famous psychologists comes in and says that she believes that crime rate will go down if she lets a bunch of people perform it on one day. You know, to just kind of let all that hatred out. So not really spoiler, the movie kind of starts out with people questioning
is this right?
Yeah, is this right? And do you feel hatred? Do you want to purge? And kind of stuff like that.
Right, and they interview all these people before the experiment.
So you kind of see both sides of the coin. And she makes it very clear that there is no political leanings with us at all. Because it's purely psychology. And, but the NFA, the
NFAA?
The
NFFA.
Yeah, the NFFA, the New Founding Fathers of America.
Yeah.
They're kind of stepping in and giving a helping hand for this experiment in Staten Island, New York. And,
and they're handing out a bunch of, free money if you participate.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're saying how great it is, how they're helping the community, and it's just an experiment. But obviously, all crime is legal for, a certain amount of time. I think it's a 12-hour period. I might be wrong on that, but if you followed the Purge at all, you basically know what it is. It's the Purge, but it's contained on Staten Island, New York.
Yeah, and the more crazy the crime or more crimes you commit, the more you get paid.
Right, so if you sign up to do it, they will inject you with
a tracker.
A tracker. Not spoiling anything. This is just the plot. They'll inject you with a tracker. They'll give you these contacts.
So they can see and make sure you're still on the island.
And participating.
Yeah, exactly, participating. So they can pay you differently.
So I believe if you got the injection, it was you get $5,000 if you just stay on the island. But if you put the contacts in and they see that you actually killed people or committed theft and all these things, you would get a lot more money. It'd be a lot more lucrative for you. But anyway, moving on, we have three main characters, essentially. There's more characters than that, but the three ones that are main are Nia, or Nia, but Dimitri and Isaiah. And I liked them all. I thought they were good for what they represented in the movie, but let's see. Naya, I don't exactly remember how you say it, but she's a very caring person. She wants to help the community, and she's totally against the Purge. And then Dimitri, he's kind of more or less doesn't care. He just wants to protect his own crime place because he's kind of like a gang leader. And then Isaiah is Nia's younger brother, and he's just a young guy who's kind of mixed up in crime, but he has a really good side and has potential to be a really good person. I don't know if you have anything to say about them, without giving anything
spoiling
away.
No, not really.
They're just but they're all connected, together, because they all have relationships with each other in one way or the other. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know, what were some funny things from the movie that you liked?
Funny things?
Yeah.
Can I really say this without spoiling it, though?
Okay. So, from here on out, spoilers. So, anyway, if you want to skip to the end of the video, you'll see our rating.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're going to move on to funny things. So, spoilers.
Yeah. So, one of the funny things I really liked was the grandmothers who had the shopping carts full of random dolls just walking down the street. It was a bit creepy at first, but then one of our main characters goes down an alley, and there are a bunch of random, what would you say, almost like little firecrackers inside of them.
And like little explosives and stuff. So these two grandmas are just having a good time with the purge, and they're like, yep, let's just lay all this crap out.
They're just laying all these dolls full of little bombs inside of them as people like walk by, so they have to run through the alley. It was just kind of a funny little scene that they added in, which really felt like the purge, something people would do.
Yeah, if you're totally deranged and you can do anything, you could. That'd be fun to do stuff like that, I guess.
It definitely felt like a purge moment. Yeah, it's definitely something people would do.
What I like the most, I don't know. Another funny thing was like they had rave parties essentially, and like purge parties. So during the purge, like no one's taking it seriously. Yeah. And they're just having a party in the street, like
they expect all these people to murder and whatnot, and they look at their cameras and they see a bunch of people having block-wide parties with rap music and stuff playing, and
I don't know. And see, another character that's important is Skeletor, and he is the person. He essentially goes and attacks Isaiah one day, and Isaiah, the only reason he purges in the first place is because of Skeletor, and I think it's just hilarious. Skeletor shows up to one of these rave parties, and he acts like he's having a good time, and he's freaking crazy, Skeletor.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And then he just starts stabbing people and having fun, and then the rave party breaks up. That's the end of the party, and I'm just like, yep, okay.
As if no one thought it was suspicious. This guy with like needles taped to his knuckles and a knife in his hand was suspicious, but whatever.
Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so, I don't know. I really like the plot a lot, since we're talking spoilers, because the best part about this movie is you understand why the purge actually happens. And because if you think about it, like, in real life, the purge would never pass as a law, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the normal person is not going to let that happen. I mean, there would be uproar if the government ever tried to pass something like that. But the reason why it happens is because...
Yeah, because it was a psychological experiment and yada, 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 which we're not going to spoil too much of.
But the government kind of ate it a little bit. So, like, at first the purge happens in this experiment, and nothing's really happening. But the reason it passes in the first place is because the government decides to plant all these people that they paid to, you know, start purging to push it along. So they just start government hired people from out of the country just to go and kill a bunch of random Americans just to show on TV, hey, the purge actually works. This is a good thing for society. Yeah. So the only reason the purge passed is the experiment would have failed, but it didn't fail because
it was rigged.
It was all rigged by the government. So it shows how corrupt this dystopian American society is. And because in real America it would never happen. But if you have government corruption, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Would you agree? Yep.
No communism here in America.
Nope.
Freedom.
Nope. Freedom. I don't do cardio because the red, white, and blue don't run, man. We don't run. I don't know. What else do you want to talk about the movie? That's, like, if you're talking plot, that's what the most thing I got out of the movie, like, as a whole. Like, why the purge happened, and that's why I appreciate the first purge.
Yeah. I appreciate it because it really, like you said, gave context to why any government in their right mind would even accept such an idea.
Right, and why, you know, citizens of a place would even allow it. Yeah. Because they didn't really have control. I mean, it's just all in the government's hands. And why all the other Purge movies happen.
And one of the things I liked was people were saying, I don't want to participate, but $5,000 is $5,000.
Yeah.
You had all these people coming in saying they'd participate, but only because they were getting paid for it. And,
right.
So that's how they got all the participants.
And a lot of them just wanted to stay there. They weren't going to actually purge, but they just
Yeah.
wanted the $5,000 to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But the only problem is the government is watching where you are because it's a tracking device, so they can send drones after you at any time.
Yeah, drones and random KKK members. And...
Yeah, okay, so speaking of that, I was going to move on to some surprising things. That shocked the hell out of me, how much they showed, like, KKK and Nazi, like, Aryan shit. Like, I was shocked. I don't know.
Yeah, they were, like, really targeting the black community.
Like,
I was
crap.
shocked. I was like, holy crap.
Which I understand because, no, I don't understand, like, actually doing that. But in Staten Island, like, if you were a hateful white group, I mean, a lot of minorities populate the place, but I was shocked. I mean, that's like a thing from the South, like, and I know some people were hired by the government, but holy crap, like, there's so much hate. Like, you have groups of KKK people out there killing people. I was like, holy cow. And there's a scene where the Dimitri, his neighborhood, a bunch of people he knows are in a firefight with KKK people, and you see these guys with their pointy hats sticking out shooting at them. I'm like, holy crap, this is intense shit. I don't know. What else did you find surprising about the movie? I found that surprising in itself.
As you were kind of going along with the KKK, the Nazi thing. The dude in the, what was that, like leather?
Yeah. At the end, there's this scene in the towers, which is where all the action's supposed to happen. And there's a group of Nazis, essentially, and they're following this guy. How would you even describe him? He's like...
He's like a kinky Hitler?
Yeah, he's in this leather coat. I mean, that's one of my favorite scenes because he's terrifying, and he has this mask on, and I'm like, holy cow, this is like a blast from the past. I don't know if you caught this, but there was also a shocking scene where it was in a baseball stadium.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
There was a black man, and he was getting surrounded by all these guys, white guys dressed in 1960s police officer uniforms, and I was like, holy crap, like, this shit is deep. Like, they're taking on a take of racism, like, and you could convert this into real life because there's a lot of racial oppression that still happens in the United States and all over the world, but especially the United States because of our roots with slavery and all that stuff, which is horrible. I mean, it's awful, but it still happens today. I still see people get discriminated against because of the color of their skin, which is freaking stupid. But this movie, even though it's all dystopian, it has some substance to it with racism.
Yeah. Speaking of kind of like jabs at certain points in like history and whatnot, there was one scene where they kind of made a jab at Trump.
Yes.
That you pointed out that I actually didn't entirely catch at first.
With the whole where Nia, she gets looped up and dragged by this guy that's underneath in like a sewer. You can describe.
And the guy goes up with his hand and he starts into her private area and just grabs his hand all around and starts fidgeting, and he kicks her away and pepper sprays her. She pepper sprays him, and she calls him a pussy grabber. It felt like a real jab at Trump, which was kind of funny.
And there's so many memes about him with that whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, whether you like him or not, I'm not here to debate that, but anyway, I think the Purge, the scary thing about the whole thing, it shows the country's divided about pro-Purge and anti-Purge, and yet when you look at society itself in the United States today, there's a lot of division, whether it's about Trump or Republicans, Democrats, or abortion, non-abortion, or all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You have all kinds of stuff. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you're an American. But I don't know. This movie was really good, though. If we're talking the pure point, those are just some of the things we liked and thought were shocking or were funny. But it just did a really good job at describing why the Purge happened, explaining a lot of things, in my opinion.
Yeah. Before we kind of hit on like some of the cons or ratings or anything, there's one more thing I want to point out that I really liked. When they put their contact lenses in, it gave their eyes kind of a glow, and it's hard to make humans scary,
Yeah.
But their eyes would glow different colors, and that combined with the mask, it really gave this fear factor out. That was really impressively good, honestly. I really enjoyed it, and it really gave me a bit of a fear factor with that. I really did enjoy what they did there with the eyes. A very smart move.
Like Skeletor, for example, putting the glowing contacts in his eyes just adds a whole new level of scary.
Just whole new layer, just for everyone, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a cool part, and it explains why people wear these masks because.
That was another cool thing.
It's like they're trying to figure out the NFAA. They're trying to figure out why they're wearing masks and all this, but it's like they think it's to hide, how they feel about these crimes and whatnot, or actually committing them and being on camera, and or empowers them, right?
Yeah, like they kind of want to do this, but they don't want to be seen doing it, so they wear the mask. I thought that was cool that they give context to that. Another cool thing, but did you want to talk about some cons about the movie?
Yeah, some things I didn't like. I don't know. There were some gore issues. We both agree on that.
Yeah, there was one fight scene in particular. Like, not saying I want a bunch of gore.
Yeah.
But I swear I've seen some poorly edited YouTube videos with better gore in this than that one smoke fight scene.
Yeah, and there was some good gore in the movie, but like in terms of special effects with gore, like some of the blood was just so fake looking and cheaply made. And I know this is a lower budget movie compared to how other movies spend today, but and there was a part where blood shoots at the camera, it splatters on the lens. I'm like, come on, this just looks so fake and not well done. I don't know. And our main characters, I was gonna say one more thing. I liked them all. I really liked Dimitri because I have conflicting feelings about him because I wasn't sure if I like him because he's this leader of this drug ring. But in reality, deep down, what he really cares about are Nia and Isaiah.
Yeah, he cares about his family.
And, I don't know if you want to call... Because it didn't really make it clear with his relationship with her, if they were boyfriend and girlfriend, or if it was,
siblings.
Because there was, parts where I thought they were romantic partners, but then I'm like, it doesn't really
specify because he has these random hoes with him, and I just don't understand, is this an ex-girlfriend, an ex-wife, is this your sister?
Yeah, that would be my complaint with it, I took it more as a romantic relationship, but Holden kind of took it more as a sibling or step sibling kind of thing. He didn't really. I'm confused on the context a little bit too. So they could have done a little better job with their relationship, what it actually was, and why it was so important. Mm-hmm. But Dimitri obviously cared at the end, and he was a ripped son of a gun. I wouldn't screw with that guy. He had guns, really. I don't know. Literally and
figuratively.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. That's all I have to say really about the movie. I enjoyed it. Thought it did a good job at filling holes. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I enjoyed it. Like you said, it really explained the context.
Yeah, the whole Purge and why it happened, and
it's pretty good for a beginning.
Yeah, honestly, and it shows how screwed up the government. Any government can be, and if you let crazy people like the NFAA, New Founding Fathers of America, take over, which can happen when people want radical change. You know, bad things can happen to your country, society, whatever it is. So don't let funky people, I mean, that aren't mentally in the right state of mind lead your people. You know, if they have a bloodlust, they're probably not going to be good leaders. So what would you rate the movie?
I'd give it a 7 out of 10, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. Because compared to the other Purge movies, the other ones are really good. My favorite was Election Year, so I would give Election Year, you know, somewhere in the 8s. So I'd give this a 7 because I didn't love it as much. You know, I didn't get as much out of it in terms of characters, but I liked it a lot.
It still had the story there. It was still good. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. So 7 out of 10. That's our Tanuki scale rating. Yeah. So thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Can't wait to see the TV show on USA.
Yeah,
September
that
4th.
was cool. Yeah, they have a series coming out, 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And about the Purge, so I'm excited for that. So definitely check that out. I'd recommend it if you like the Purge movies. So yeah, this has been Tanuki Teddy. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment about what you thought about the movie.
Yeah.
Or if you're excited to see it, if you skip to the end. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.